Hello everybody, and thanks for joining me for another week with Mirree's Dreamtime messages. I hope you had a wonderful week last week. We pulled out some pretty interesting cards and some actually healing cards last week, which was to do with Blue Ren, I Am Loved, and letting us know to spend some quality time in nature so that we can experience the high vibrations of love within nature. And which also relates to spending some time in self-care as well. The other card that we pulled out was with Dragonfly, I Am Blissful, letting us know that it was a time to recharge and calm ourselves so that our energy could come back to bliss again. And another card, a card of transformation as well, trying to understand the negative patterns that we keep repeating in our life, that we're trying to understand so that we can let go of them and so that we can be happy again, because sometimes we can get caught up in the loop of negativity and unhappiness, and which isn't always very nice. And the other card that we drew was with the butterfly. When I give myself time, I can easily understand that each phase in my life is a natural progression of life. And so another transformation card, but also helping us to be mindful of any wounds from the past that are kind of still needing to be healed, but we're not really maybe recognizing it or being aware of it. Sometimes there's just little things that might come up that give us that little reminder about it. But we're going to be starting a brand new week, and so that was what was happening last week, if you didn't get a chance to watch last week's video. And my name is Mirree. Thanks for joining me on my channel, and I'm so very glad to have you here. And thank you everybody for all your likes and comments and shares and subscribes. It really means a lot to me in growing my channel so I can offer you more great content. And this is the last week of August, and last full week of August, and then we're going to be starting another brand new month, which is September. And so we're going to be going into spring very, very soon. This is the last week of winter now, and so it's already starting to warm up, which is really great. And I'm really looking forward to a nice, lovely, warm spring. And so the week is going to be starting the 25th and running until the 31st of August. And so as I mentioned, it's the last week of August, and then we're going to be starting the first week of September. And then we've only really got 4 weeks until Christmas, and so this year has just really gone by so quickly, and I don't even know where it went. But it's going to be exciting to see the cards that come up this week. My name is Mirree, and I'm the artist behind all the artworks that you see on my social media pages. I normally paint between 50 and 100 paintings per year. This year has been a bit slow, but I'm slowly getting back on track, as I've had some personal situations to deal with this year. We all go through cycles in our life, and I am no exception to that, So just been slowly getting myself back on track into my usual routine, and just been taking a little while for me to get back into the swing of things. But I'm well on my way, and it's only going to be a matter of time now. And so there's been a few paintings that I've been featuring on my social media pages, and you've probably seen them lately, which is one of the ones that you probably may have seen is the Gang Cockatoos. And this one is about the Life Changes, is part of the Life Changes series, and which helps you create a new leash on life, and maybe you're completing something that you're in the midst of changing. And you can read the story, more detailed story on this one on my website, and I'll leave the link down in the description box down below. And the other one, and as you can see, as I always love to use metallic paints, and you can see this on the trunk of the tree, and and also in the shimmering of the leaves. And the other painting that I'm featuring this week is to do with the pink colors that you probably would have seen over the weekend. And this one is, I think this one is part of the Tree of Life series which is a more recent series that I did, which is related to nurturing aspects of ourselves that are in need of our attention and recognition, and which should be a part of our weekly self-care. And this one relates to the purity and innocence that we have when we're a child, and it also relates to the you being the creative soul of your life, and how you can use aspects of that to grow yourself in the world, but also impact others as well. And you can read about that one more on the online store as well. Like, as you can see, I've used metallic paints in this one as well, because it's my all-time favorite. My favorite paints to use are actually metallic paints and fluorescent paints, but you can't always get fluorescent paints in high quality professional mediums, and so it's not as easy to get really good quality paints in the fluorescent colors like it is in the metallic colors. And so for now I'm using the metallic colors. And you would have also seen the kangaroo, the red kangaroo that I've been slowly working on in the studio. It's a little bit of a bigger size than those ones, and so it's just taking me a bit longer to finish them off, because it is a highly detailed painting, the red kangaroo one. And so because of the concentric circles that are inside the body, but also the highly concentrated dot work that is all around the kangaroo and down the bottom and up the top. And so let's have a look and see the three animals that are going to be guiding us this week. As I mentioned, that last week was going to be a hectic week, like it was, and it probably was for a lot of you as well. And so it's going to be interesting to see the energy surrounding this week, and how it's going to impact us, and help us to make better decisions and move with the natural cycles of nature and the animals, and which always helps us to deal with things in a much more graceful way when we can move our life alongside and in rhythm with nature. And so if you haven't got your card deck already, now is the best time to get it. It comes in a small box, and then you have your 100-page booklet and your 36 glossy cards. With the golden edged foils on the edges. And so every week I draw out 3 cards, 2 cards to help us stay focused and on our goals and our dreams, and to help us to overcome anything that's during uncertainty or troubled times. And the third card is usually our solution card, and so it helps us to reinforce the other two cards, other two animals that that we pulled out previously. And so if you're wondering, the rainbow lorikeets is in the background, and which is called the sacred family tree with the rainbow lorikeet and butterfly. And I'll also leave the link in the description box as well. This one is actually a 90 centimeters, and so you can actually see how awesome it looks. Every week also I cleanse myself and the cards every week to make sure that we get just to finish off the energies from last week and to open up a new the new energies for the new week coming by. And the first card that we pulled out for this week is Turtle. I am confident, letting us know, which we haven't got this one in a long time. When I share my emotions openly, I experience growth, which leads to unlimited opportunities for me to shine. Sometimes we can think that when we're going through stuff that, it's best to keep it to ourselves, and that's not always a very good idea. Because when we can find someone that we can open up to and share our emotions to, that actually gives us a release of any stagnant energy that's surrounding the topic that is concerning you, that you're talking about. And so if you never allow yourself the chance to express the emotions that may be troubling you at any time, then they can get trapped in the body, and then they'll build up over time, and then it makes it harder and harder for you to actually release what it is that you want to free yourself from. And that can create a lot of stagnant energy, and especially if it's based around anything from the past. It could be relationship that maybe didn't work out, or maybe it could be problems that you had with someone in the family or someone at work. And so it's so very important, in order to continue to look after yourself, to release any negativity, or through talking about any emotions that come up for you. And so this not only gives us the release of anything that's stagnant within us, but it also helps us in giving freedom to our a feeling of freedom inside, and it helps us to take back our power and be in more control of our emotions and energy. Otherwise, we are causing a lot of unnecessary suffering to happen within ourselves, and pain, and causing pain for ourselves as well. And this doesn't keep us in a very high vibration or happy state. So that is something to be mindful this week to do with the turtle. And when we can open ourselves up and speak our emotions out from within, we can experience growth, we can experience confidence. And confidence is the ultimate that we're striving for. Not just love, peace and joy, but confidence. What are the action steps that we can do this week that's going to create more confidence for ourselves? It doesn't matter what you look like, or how little you have in your life. If you have confidence, then you have a lot going for you, okay? And so that's something just to keep in mind for this week. So, and when we think about the snakehead turtle, it's helping us to be aware that we're swimming through an emotion of experience, and that this will ultimately lead to the development and growth of our soul. And so trust in the process. Let your emotions be your guide in the understanding of this power that lies deep within you. And I'm not saying it's easy peasy, but I'm just saying if you put in the effort for yourself, you will be rewarded. And and it's very satisfying to know that you can gain confidence, you can gain release, you can gain happiness within. And it's just these little small steps in taking to be mindful about this week. The turtle represents our emotions. Now is an important time to listen to what your emotions are telling you. The action step this week, when you listen to your emotions in relation to something that could be troubling you right now, you become more confident. Honor this part and give back to yourself this time by using water to relax your mind, body, and soul. Get in touch with a body of water in nature at home to unwind anything that you may feel ashamed or scared of. Have trust in this experience. Or there could be a body of water that you like to visit in nature, which is a really great way to also tune into this exercise. And you may be feeling on a negative, scared, ashamed, or powerless, and you can also always turn that around by being powerful in your emotional state, and this will bring you confidence. And so that is the first card that we pulled out this week. We're starting the week on a really great note with the turtle. It's been such a long time since we got that card. And so let's have a look and see the other card that we're going to be pulling out. That's going to be guiding us and, helping us, become more of our natural state of happiness and love and peace and joy. And, and release anything that, is no longer serving us. We don't really want to keep hanging on to things that aren't serving us. It's just not good. The other card that we pulled out this week is with Koala and Baby. I am allowing. When I share with others to let them know my needs, I allow myself to be completely supported by life. And there's another, repeating message here about sharing with people, sharing our needs, sharing our emotions. This is bringing, emotional support into our lives when we can do this. And so Koala and Baby is number 10 card in the book. And there is a deep yearning to be supported and loved in life from friends, family, and those we've grown close to. But if we are not open to receiving the level of support unintentionally, we can be shutting the door on support from people that could be potentially helping us to grow. And so are you allowing enough, allow yourself to question yourself in asking yourself, are you allowing yourself to be supported in your life right now? You don't need to be alone in your quest to become a better person. You are far more important than you realize when you let others love and support you more. This brings you great power from within, teaching you the importance of community love. We strive to do better things, but let's not forget the vital role that others play in our lives during our own development to better things. Congratulate yourself on opening yourself up to receive more love and support from others during this time. The purpose of this support allows you to grow and further understand the meaning behind unconditional love. It may not be clear to you now, but it soon will. You are reaching a time when you want to leave anger and hate behind and embrace the meaning of unconditional love more. Discover what this really means to you. The action step this week to do with Koala and Baby, the most important qualities that you can give yourself right now is to have that courage to forgive yourself. Release hate and move on to something better. Spend some time with those that you love in order to open up to the level of support that you're needing right now. And so that you, on the negative front, you could be feeling angry, hate, and suspicious. And so we may not even realize that we're doing this, especially if we've been doing it for such a long time on automatic. And so, it doesn't really serve us to have anger, hate in our hearts. And so we can always turn that around by being brave enough to ask for support, being unconditional love, bringing unconditional love to yourself and others, and forgiving yourself and forgiving others for whatever they've done wrong to you, or maybe you didn't have enough realization or support to know any better. And so that is the card that we drew out, the second card that we drew out this week. Let's have a look and see the third card. That's our solution card, and so that we can really get a grasp of the week and what we're needing to work on this week. And we only need to take small steps towards these actions in order to experience the growth and the happiness and transformation that we're looking for. Whoa, this just popped right out. I am receiving with Crimson Rosellas, letting us know when I allow myself to receive the love from another to reach deep down within my soul, I honor and value myself. The love for myself, for others, for myself and others grows. And I love this card. It's one of my favorite cards. And with the Crimson Rosellas, and we have some really awesome Crimson Rosella paintings online at the moment, and there is a whole evolution of the Crimson Rosellas that takes you on a journey from when you first meet, and then as you grow in being in a partnership with someone. And it doesn't even have to be a partnership with someone. It could be an evolution of growth of love within yourself as well. And so that is why I love the Crimson Rosellas so much, is because it's the foundation of love within yourself, which forms the foundation of love within another. And so, it's kind of like no separation. And that's what makes it so interesting. And if you ever get a chance to read more up about the stories of the Crimson Rosellas, I highly recommend that you do, and check them out online. And I think actually at the moment there is 2 different types of evolution of the Crimson Rosella that is online at the moment. One is the growing and the one is the blossoming. And so go check it out. And so with the Crimson Rosella, the card is number 22. So we got number 13 with the turtle, number 10 with the koala and baby, and number 22 with and they may be significant numbers coming up for you this week as well. And so letting the universe know that you're ready to receive love. Did you know that connecting with others is about that expression of deep love that's inside of you? It's not about I need to hide this from this person, or I can't tell this person this or that. It's got nothing to do with that. It's all about you and the expression of that love. It's as simple as that. It's not complicated. And so don't let hurt, shame, or guilt or fear consume that part of your soul that is ready to learn, grow, and open up to this love. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to honor who you are as an individual. So what will you do to start your week in order to receive more love in your life and allow that to grow and nurture it? Sometimes in life, due to our past experiences or even harsh negative experiences from childhood, we are still learning what love is. So it is usually through negative or harsh lessons that we find that love and learn more about what love is made up of. This applies to every relationship, but more importantly to the close relationship involving two people. The relationship to yourself and the love that is coming from yourself is vital to any other love relationship you may be having, or are currently involved in, or want to have, or want to be having in the near future. It is through the love we give to ourselves that we will be able to come to an understanding of what love is and what we require in a relationship, and that includes what is a more balanced approach to a relationship, especially when it comes to giving and receiving. The purpose of the Crimson Rosella teaches us about the lessons of love. Love is the foundation to every kind of relationship you can have, and this love is the most important part of the relationship you can have with yourself. It's time to express your love completely, so allow yourself to be more open to receiving love in all shapes, sizes and forms that come your way. And the action step this week: there is an equal give and take between you and another person, which could potentially become a love relationship which is heading your way. But put any misunderstanding and unprocessed hurt aside in order to experience this more, but at a slow and steady pace. The negative could be misunderstandings, unprocessed hurt from the past, unabstracted emotions. And so you can always turn that around into positive by self-loving yourself, the potential for deep love with an other, and emotional balance. And so sometimes we don't always realize that other past relationships that we have not processed, that are unprocessed, are actually dictating anything that could be forming for the future. And so it's so very important to understand anything that could be playing out from the past, to do with anything that has hurt you, or that has betrayed you, or has caused you any pain or sorrow. And so this is going to slowly help you to open up more and more love within yourself, and to forgive yourself and to forgive others as well. We have such a repeating theme this week to do with love, and to do with forgiveness, and to do with emotional support, and to do with letting go, and releasing through our emotions. And so these are the 3 cards that we pulled out this week. And so Turtle is helping us to be confident more by expressing our emotions, especially to do with anything that's troubling us. And the other card is I am allowing, letting us, with the koala and baby, letting us know that when we allow others to be aware of our needs, this can give us great emotional and powerful support, and helping us to be supported by life. And the other card that we got was with the Crimson Rosella, I am receiving, letting us know when we allow ourselves to receive the love from another and reach deep within, you honor and value yourself and the love that you have within yourself and for others. And so, it's important just to take it easy this week on yourself, and to, just go through the exercises and action steps to do with these 3 animals, turtle, koala, and Crimson Rosella. And, it's a waxing crescent moon currently at the moment, and the moon will gradually increase in size until the 31st of this month, which will end up being the first quarter moon. And so while it is a waxing crescent moon, it's important to put your intentions down in your journal. And so another really great exercise this week will be for you to write in your journal some intentions, and and what you're aiming to achieve for this week to do with these 3 animals. What is your aim? Maybe you want to take some action steps to spend some time with a friend that you can open up to and release some of this baggage or emotions or burdens from the past, and allow yourself to be supported and loved. So I highly recommend using this time this week to write in your journal the intentions that you're wishing to achieve for this week. And when the first quarter moon comes on Sunday, actually, it's letting you know that it's a good time for decision making, and spending some time to just integrate anything that you're needing to make a decision upon. And so just keep that in mind also for this week. And I also wanted to let you guys know that tonight and tomorrow night is the last day of the grand prize competition, and so it's the last chance to have a chance to go into the draw for the grand prize. And I will be drawing the prizes on Tuesday night on my Facebook page. And so don't forget, there's still time to grab something. And as I said, this only happens once a year, and so it's going to be a great way to get some Christmas presents. And because it's only 4 months away now till Christmas, and doing a little bit at a time will mean that it's not so expensive all at once if we're leaving it till the end of the year, and which most people do that, leave everything to the last minute at the end of the year, and then Mirree's rushed off her feet. So now's a really great time to start thinking about that. And I hope everybody has a wonderful week, and I'll see everybody next week. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I upload videos every Sunday and Monday evening, and if I get a chance, I might upload some other videos as well, but they're the 2 main days that I upload. And so I hope you can subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again next week, and bye for now.